Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Today we commence debate on H.R. 8, the North American Energy Security and Infrastructure Act of 2015. This bill culminates a multi-year, multi-Congress effort to ensure that folks in Michigan and every corner of the country have access to affordable and reliable energy. It has been nearly a decade since we last considered a broad energy package, and a lot has changed. Back then, the energy situation looked downright dire. Declining domestic oil and natural gas output, increasing reliance on imports, energy prices that seemed like they had nowhere to go up. Remember, 7 years ago, they were $3.84 a gallon. Manufacturers were fleeing overseas in pursuit of cheaper energy. But thankfully, because of breakthrough innovation and a little American ingenuity, a lot of hard work, we're now experiencing game-changing energy abundance that has in fact redefined America's standing at home as well as around the globe. Now, Michigan, many parts of the country, we're enjoying a welcome manufacturing renaissance thanks to reliable and affordable energy. It is well past time that our laws rooted in energy scarcity caught up to our newfound 21st century reality. The first order of business is to allow the private sector to expand the nation's energy infrastructure. The Keystone XL pipeline, certainly one of the most well-known examples of energy infrastructure projects being delayed and ultimately denied, but it is far from the only one. We have a federal permitting process that is not designed to expeditiously handle the many projects necessary to bring online the nation's growing energy output and to meet energy needs of homeowners and businesses. How can it be that in this century we can't get energy to consumers in some parts of the country? We need to fix that problem. This bill does that. H.R. 8 has several useful provisions to make the approval process more timely for projects such as interstate natural gas pipelines, LNG export facilities, and new hydropower, which we discussed during our hearing with the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission just today. And I would add that these streamlining provisions were done so in a manner that keeps the environmental and safety protections intact. Perhaps the biggest change brought on by our energy abundance are geopolitical. Where we once feared rising dependence on the likes of OPEC, now we can in fact control our energy destiny and use our new standing as an energy superpower to help our allies and friends around the world and engage in energy diplomacy. However, this is a new role for the U.S., and we don't have in place the means to act globally on energy policy yet. This bill changes that. Using the Department of Energy's quadrennial energy review as a guide, this bill begins the process of incorporating energy security and diplomacy considerations into the decision-making process. It also creates forums through which we coordinate with our North American neighbors as well as our allies and trading partners around the world on energy policy. Unfortunately, the energy news over the last decade hasn't been all that good. Cyber threats, electromagnetic pulses pose a growing and more sophisticated risk to the nation's electricity system. We need new measures to better address these and other threats to the grid, and this bill, H.R. 8, has a number of important provisions. I would add that while our energy abundance is a real blessing, it does not in any way reduce the importance of energy efficiency. H.R. 8 again includes a number of updates to energy efficiency policy, including measures to help the federal government use energy more wisely, as well as improvements to existing energy efficiency programs that have proven problematic. A decade ago, no one here could have imagined where we would be in 2015 and how much the energy script would be flipped in our favor. It's a new day, but now that we're here, it is time to bring our energy policy in line with those new realities. It's time that we put the scarcity mindset in the rearview mirror and say yes to energy and yes to jobs, and I reserve the balance of my